Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Sunday Night Analysis. This is my fourth episode in this series. So what you guys are going to see out of today's episode, there is a lot that I am talking about in terms of this current war, kind of my thoughts process of where I think ES is going to be going. Literally all my thought process is just a snowball of past weeks and where I think price is going to keep continuing to on ES futures. And then I talk about my current take on what the news outlook is going to be for the week, and then my plan of attack going into that week. So, without further ado, let's hop straight into this video. Hope you guys enjoy. So we can see on the daily time frame on ES futures, weekly time frame. Past week, we opened right here, daily time frame, came back all the way up. We have a very clear downtrend that ES put in. In terms of price action and technical analysis, ES has not broken that downtrend yet. But the next major area of resistance I would want to see is right here at 66, 46.50. So that would want to be a pretty key level that I would want to see ES hold if it wants to keep continuing to the downside from a technical point of view. If it wanted to keep going down, potential price targets I would want to see it come hit would be 63.8750, and then some more daily support at 62.46. So those would be some potential price targets I'd want to see ES come down to. Like you guys can see, it came down to this daily support. Came down to this daily support all the way down here. Daily candle wicked through it, and then had a very bullish reaction off of that support level. So that just confirms that price level is a very strong indication for ES to possibly come back to. And also in terms of the EMA and moving averages, this is the 100-day moving average, this blue line right here. ES is still below that on a daily time frame. So weekly time frame, the moving average is about right here. We could potentially see just a little bit more of a pullback and probably like 15 to maybe 20% correction before all-time highs comes back, maybe later this year. But yeah, if I wanted to see ES come back to all-time highs, I would need to see this next major level of resistance at 66.4650, this level right here. I would need to see this get broken back to the upside with a daily candle close to the upside. So I would want to see a candle like this come up and then close somewhere like this, and then maybe have like a wick on the top. I'd want to see something like that confirm another move to the upside to just break out of this overall downtrend here. So technical standpoint, ES is still on a downtrend. Still looks very weak, and there's still a lot of potential price targets that ES could come back to. But we're gonna move on to news real quick. Technical standpoint, not a whole lot to talk to. Just been kind of a snowball effect through my past few episodes. You guys can go back and watch my old episodes. Every episode has just been a snowball of me kind of just compounding on what I've talked about in previous weeks. But we're going to look at news. We're going to look at news and talk about that real quick. So this first full week of April, packed with news. We have OPEC, JMMC meetings today, so which I don't trade Sundays. Monday, we have ISM services PMI. So Monday should probably be another really good day. Probably going to be super volatile on Monday, if I'm being honest. Tuesday, 7:30 news. I like to include orange folder with my red folder news. I like to kind of be on top of any news that could potentially influence the market in any sort of way. So we got 7:30 news, core durable good orders month over month, and then we got durable good orders month over month. That could potentially produce some kind of news wick Tuesday morning. So we're gonna wait and see what that's gonna look like coming into market open on Tuesday. Could potentially just be patient and see what potential draws ES could have for that day. Wednesday we have FOMC. So first couple of days before FOMC could potentially be choppy. It might be slower. That tends to happen a lot before FOMC. Price action tends to be a little less favorable. Doesn't tend to move as much. Tends to kind of on the higher time frames, like 4-hour and daily time frame, kind of tends to chop around just a little bit. So Wednesday morning during New York AM session, probably going to want to be super patient and dial in the risk very well if I do look to take any trades Wednesday. Thursday, 7:30 news. We got core PCE price index month over month, final GDP quarter over quarter, and then 2 orange folder news. We got final GDP price index quarter over quarter, and then unemployment claims. So Thursday could look to be a very volatile day, especially after FOMC. If price does continue to the downside this week, I wouldn't doubt it that we could potentially see another bearish weekly candle and a displacing one at that, if I'm going to be honest. Friday, we got freaking CPI. Everybody loves CPI because there is a very well-known strategy on how to trade CPI. Super easy. But Friday, April 10th, 7:30 news, we got core CPI month over month and CPI month over month. And then the last one, CPI year over year. And then obviously following up, orange folder news at 9 a.m., prelim, consumer sentiment, and then inflation expectations. The one I'm going to be most cautious about is going to be CPI. I don't know if I want to be trading it yet. I think I'm going to kind of figure that out as the week goes on. Because as some of you guys know, I am on evaluation right now, actually. I got an elite daily account with top 1 futures. So still being on evaluation, it's tough to know because CPI is at the end of the week, and normally CPI most of the time is on like a Wednesday morning. So a lot of people, what they do is they just load up on prop firm evaluation accounts and then either look to try to pass them before CPI or they'll get a couple prior to trading CPI so that they can pass it in one day. But I think what I would like to do and see myself do before we get to Friday with CPI, I would like to see myself pass that evaluation account. So let me run you guys through my plan of attack for this entire week. And then I'm actually going to talk about some longer term stuff that I want to see for myself. So plan of attack, we're going to stay organized. That is the number one thing that has to be just instilled. In order to trade profitably, personally, you need to be organized. You need to have a plan of attack for what you're going to want to be doing. That's why I think it's a good idea to go through what news is going to be looking like for the week, kind of research any stocks, trade the stock market, get an overall sense of where whatever market you're trading, where it's at for that current weekly candle open, and then adjust what you need to adjust for the upcoming week. So on top of staying organized, we're going to be following trading system. Like most of you guys know, I trade breakout and breakdown trades. I combine that with support and resistance levels. And then my entry model normally just consists of either a break and retest with a confirmation, or depending on if I get a breakdown or a breakout to the upside with my full conviction, I will take a breakout or breakdown trade on the 5-minute time frame. So follow the trading system, non-negotiable. Like I mentioned earlier, talking about news, I'm going to try to get unfunded trading with top 1 futures. Currently trading with their elite daily accounts. Literally all that looks like. This is why I like this account so much. They offer daily payouts with their new accounts. That is their newest account that they have on their firm, which I like that a lot. I think that's going to be the new path to get funded if you guys start trading through Top One futures. But on top of that, I'm going to just be extremely patient with this war news that we got going on. I think it's kind of silly if you're just going to go balls to the wall, just throwing trades on just because when you got super volatile time in the market and a lot of uncertainty with this current war. And then if I do get unfunded this week, probably just going to maybe look to take a little bit of risk off just so that I don't have my full losses impacting me with all the uncertainty in the market currently. So that's kind of just a breakdown of my overall plan of attack for the current week, or sorry, for the upcoming week, I should say. That's something I do want to talk about long term for myself. I did start a triple Q position 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, 2 Fridays ago. So 2 Fridays ago on QQQ, I had this charted up. Let's actually go over there real quick. So let's go to QQQ real quick. So right here, weekly time frame. I got my levels marked out. I got percentages from all-time highs where price is at. So you got 10% down right here, 15%, and then 20% from all-time highs. So once QQQ reached 10% from all-time highs, I started a position in QQQ and just buying the dip. And then if price continues to sell off more into this dip, which I think it can, we would just need to see another bearish weekly candle. I think price on QQQ could potentially come to 540, maybe. It could come into the high 540s, like 549, 548, somewhere in there. But my next price alert that I would be looking to add to my position on QQQ would be 15% from all-time highs. So let me go back to ES. Or sorry, that's MES. Let me go to the daily. Let me get this up a little bit. So one thing on the long term that I want to look for myself, adding to my triple Q position when price hits 15 to 20% from all-time highs. Super simple. That's what I like to do. I think it's a simple approach. You're positioning yourself in the market to be able to capitalize when there are better buying opportunities, because nobody wants to be buying at the top. Nobody. I think you're an idiot if you're going to be buying in a bull run when all the headlines you're seeing is, oh my God, QQQ just set a new all-time high. QQQ setting record high. Dude, you do not want to be buying when prices are like that. You want to be buying in the market or adding to your positions when obviously another tool you can use, fear and greed index. That is one tool that I use pretty frequently just to kind of try to gauge where I think the sentiment is in the market. And a lot of the time whenever I look to add into any positions, it's whenever there's max fear in the market or extreme fear. You guys can go look up fear and greed index QQQ and it'll come up. Pretty much just like any major news source, you can go up extreme fear, anything under 10, or honestly anything under 15 on the fear and greed index, I'm looking to buy. I don't care. You guys could be like, well, Drew, if you wanted to be a better investor, you could be looking to buy under 10 on the fear and greed index when it's extreme fear and you know something's about to pop. I like to invest simply with things that I understand, because the main reason why I don't do stocks is because to me it's overwhelming with me trading futures. It's going to be too many things for me to try to keep track of on top of already doing content. I don't have enough time to be able to sit on TradingView for hours and scan for stocks that I could be trading during market open when I'm supposed to be looking at ES futures. It's just this is just my approach. Like, you guys don't need to take what I am saying personally and go do what I do, but if you think what I'm talking about it's something worth thinking about, go do your own research. But The one other thing I'm going to do is just to keep my eyes on the horizon. Do not let the news sway my thought process behind my investments. That is going to be key. If you have conviction in the things that you're invested in, before you even press the buy button, you need to ask yourself, do you understand what you're investing in? Because if you don't understand what you're investing in, you're just throwing your money into something and really just watching it go away. You don't know if what you have made that investment in is really going to pan out. You don't know if there's any fundamental analysis backing what you're investing in, which, if I'm being honest, QQQ is one of those investments where you don't even need fundamental analysis to be able to understand when a good buying opportunity is there. Most of the time, people that understand good buying opportunities is just simplifying your approach, and that's what I've done. So buying 10%, when I saw QQQ drop, immediately went to Robinhood, chucked in some money. You guys can see I put a little picture of my position currently. This is from last Friday's close on, what is it, the 3rd. So this is a screenshot from Friday the 3rd in April. You guys can see my market value is $964 and then 96 cents. Total return so far, I'm not even worried about the total return so far because there's still the possibility of the market continuing to the downside. I'm not super worried about trying to make a profit right now. I'm trying to be efficient on wanting to capitalize. I want to be efficient on capitalizing on the market when there is a buying opportunity in place, if that makes sense. So just another rundown. That's my own individual account on Robinhood. Took some of it out of my buying power, so I got nearly two shares, one share, and then 65 hundredths of a share. So yeah, I mean, if you guys want to get super specific, you can see the portfolio diversity 100%. I don't hold any specific stocks outside of my Roth IRA and then my managed account. I hold a lot of crypto, and then this is one other thing that I've just started. So yeah, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I'm going to be getting these out every single Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So figure out what time that is in your time zone. I almost just said 6 p.m. 10 p.m. Central Standard Time every single Sunday. Sunday night analysis. I'm breaking down my technical analysis on ES futures, my take on what current news is for the upcoming news week and trading week, and then a plan of attack, and then anything else I want to add onto my plan of attack for the upcoming week. So really hope you guys enjoyed it. Go ahead and follow my socials down in my description. Really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel. If any of you guys want to see just any outside thoughts that I post outside of YouTube and Instagram, you guys can go check out my X. I just started my X account. It's not verified, but you guys can follow my socials at Drew Trades on YouTube, Instagram, and X. So really hope you guys appreciated this. You guys find value, like I said. Show us some love. Super simple. It's free. No strings attached. We're watching a guy start small following, just trying to grow it. So appreciate all you guys. You guys have a good one.